Hi everyone, in this design thinking concept video, we are going to discuss the topic of the proposed USA tariff increase will result in the reduced tax revenue from all countries. Actually, we know the USA, that is America, is the developed country. We know already America is a developed, USA is a developed country. So when the developed, same like China and Russia, all Germany, all are developed countries. So when the USA has export the goods to the other countries, so what is the tariff? When the America has increased their export, the China or the German or they are suffering. Other developed countries like China or the Germany or the Russia, they are facing the problem because of USA's increase in the export. So in this design thinking, we are going to discuss what is the tariff on the USA while they are increasing their export. Now this is discussed by the Roshni. We'll move on to the Roshni.
Good morning to all. I am Roshni. Today I am going to present on topic is the proposed USA tariff increase and the global tax revenue import. Tariff basis. First, let's understand what is tariff. A tariff is simply imports on imports goods. The USA is the world's largest importer. So whenever the USA increase, tariff exporting and the countries around the world are directly fixed. For example, India export textiles to the USA, China exports of electronics, European export cars. If the USA rates the cost of these goods increases, as a result demand goes down and global usage is well. Nothing but India is exported on textile. Imports of products. She increases. Now China is export on products. Zero on tax. Tax with the country. Imports all USA increases. That's only China is affected in down of the country. With this one of country there, effect on tariff increases. Now, effect on tariff increases. Chain reaction is very clear. Imports decrease, export company sales fall. That's only profit became very difficult. Government collections from corporate tax with income tax also reduced. For example, if the US tariff on Indian textile exports fall, what is the simple milk favor lower profit. This is and it's a result and collected with all corporate tax revenue. Now country wise tax rates. Let's connect tariff corporate tax rates of the country. USA corporate taxes. USA corporate taxes 30%. Tax on 30%. Short-term tariff is very give you a profit, but not only long-term tariff is government very decrease only going to are reducing the tax to attract investment. Like Hungary at 9%, 9% on only to one country reducing tax, that another country will go on the 9% only. That tax import is very decreases. Sometimes some are increasing them to meat, fish and meats too, like Argentina on 75%. 75% will doing the short term loan is very profit will be due, but not only long term increases. In this situation, we are during it, USA increased tariff further, and then result will be reduced tax revenue. Collection from almost every country are doing it direct or indirectly on fixed means to investment, talking in revenue stages.